Nytimes, Bronte, Sicily, like the big, sweet onions of Vidalia, Georgia, the tiny dusky lentils from Le Puy in France and prosciutto from the area around Parma, Italy. There is something so special about the pistachios grown here in the foothills of Mount Etna in eastern Sicily that they have been granted government protection. In Italy, when chefs use those pistachios, they proudly label them Bronte, after the town in the heart of the region. In New York, one of the flavors scooped by the Arte del Gelato chain is Pistachio di Bronte. The quality of these particular nuts, which have been growing in Sicily for centuries, is known throughout Italy and, lately, they are being recognized for their distinctiveness in America. Usually, chefs in the United States simply call them Sicilian, said Fortunato Nicatra, executive chef at Felidia in New York. He thinks it is because the term Bronte takes too much explaining. But he scatters Bronte pistachios on a beet salad, adds them to a vinaigrette for veal and relies on them for desserts. They're very fresh and sweet, he said. At Nougatine, Jean-Georges Vongerichten candies them to serve alongside foie gras, and dresses verdant spaghetti pasta in basil pistachio pesto with caramelized Brussels sprouts. They're moist and rich, not rancid, he said. Others are dry, like peanuts. They are definitely different. Compared with California pistachios, they are smaller, more deeply green, with skins beautifully brushed in royal purple, and they have a more richly concentrated flavor. Mr. Cocciolo with Mount Etna in the distance. Photo, Nytimes in Sicily, Bronte pistachios are used everywhere. While visiting the island in mid-October, I met Mary Taylor Simeti, author of Pomp and Sustenance, 25 Centuries of Sicilian Food, about Sicily's culinary traditions. We were at Antico Cafe Pasticceria Spinato in Palermo, where we discussed the confections colored, perfumed and textured with pistachios that covered our table, cassettes, cannoli, biscotti, cakes, semifreddos, panettones, fig-stuffed bucellatos, cookies and more. Several days later, I took a detour to the source, Bronte. Mr. Nunzio Cocciolo, 57, whose grandparents founded the Antonino Cocciolo Pistachio Company in Bronte, one of the first to open just after World War II, calls the nuts green gold from the base of the volcano. Mount Etna rose in the distance, a wisp of smoke drifting from its summit. The lava in the earth, the minerals in the lava, makes the taste of our pistachios different, Mr. Cocciolo said. Other places like Iran, Turkey, California, do not have this kind of soil. Bronte pistachios are smaller than their Californian counterparts. Photo, Nytimes. A few miles from the center of the town, the trees, fairly low and spreading with shiny green leaves, are tangled everywhere. The harvest, usually from late August through September, is done entirely by hand. The nuts are spread under cloth canopies overnight, then shelled and packaged whole, chopped, ground or as paste at simple factories such as the one attached to Mr. Cocciolo's house. His mother, Maria Luca Cocciolo, 85, is still involved in the company.